Hey guys, this is Steven, the Armchair Emperor here.
And I'm Shelby, the Armchair Empress.
And we're here to bring you our very first battle report for Warhammer 40k. And it's going to be...
It's going to be Tau versus the Chaos Space Marines.
Right, and today we're going to be playing a Maelstrom of War mission. It's called Tactical Escalation. That's where you get one objective on the first turn, two on the second turn, so on and so forth until the sixth turn. Then you roll for a seventh. In our case, we're only playing 500 points, so if it lasts till the sixth turn, I'll be very surprised. One of us should table the other one before then, basically. Yeah, we're playing on a slightly thinner board than usual. It's not quite 4 feet across, but that's alright because the particular deployment for this game is longitudinal, from end to end, lengthways. And the other thing to mention is that Shelby's bringing a special character.
I have a special character called Commander Shadowsun. She has a lot of really cool, she can infiltrate, she has some really pretty cool guns, and I'm really excited to use her for the first time.
Alright guys, we're going to show you our deployment.
So we're going to start off with showing you the deployment for the Tau. Up in the middle of the board I have my Fire Warriors and Commander Shadowsun. They're up this far because Commander Shadowsun and whatever unit she's in can infiltrate. She has the A Ghost Walks Among Us command trait. And so they got to move up pretty far. And within their unit, they also have a missile pod and a shield drone and a gun drone, and they're armed with pulse carbines.
Yeah, those are the 18-inch range ones, but they're a little bit stronger, so they have some armor-piercing value.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got?
I also have my Devilfish, which is empty, but I'm just going to use it as mostly guns and shooting for this.
Yeah, what does that have? A burst cannon?
It has a burst cannon, and then it has 2 gun drones with pulse carbines as well.
And those are twin-linked.
Twin-linked. And then over on this end of the board, I have 3 of the Crisis Battle Suit.
Looks like you have 2 of
and a plasma.
You have a plasma rifle. You have 2 fusion blasters.
Fusion blasters.
2 burst cannons and 1 heavy flamer.
Mm-hmm.
And a shield drone. So now we're going to take a wider view of the table here, show you in relation to my units where they're at. These yellow and red markers, those are our objective markers. As we come across the table, here we have the Chaos Space Marine battle line. This is everything on the Chaos side from the Dark Vengeance boxed game. So, I did not paint them up like a Crimson Slaughter battle host, which is what they suggest in the box. I painted these like the Emperor's Children. And the Cultists I painted up like Alpha Legion colors. So, let's zoom in here. We have an objective in the jungle over here. And we have a cult, which I'm going to call the Cult of Unbound Pleasure. And they have close combat weapons and auto pistols. They also have a cult champion. In the middle, we have with a plasma pistol and a power sword. He's just a regular stock Chaos Lord. He doesn't have any special rules or anything. I haven't rolled for his Warlord trait yet. I will do that off camera and tell you on my first turn. Here we have some Chosen. All have Mark of Slaanesh, giving them +1 initiative. There are 6 of them because I used the special character model, Vrosh Tattersole, as a Chosen with an extra close combat weapon for our purposes. I have a Hellbrute, which is our version of a Dreadnought, Multi-Melta, Power Fist, Stormbolter, or Combi Bolter, I think. Then I have another unit of Cultists with auto guns, and their champion has a shotgun. And I'm calling them the Cult of Perfection. So I did win the roll for first turn. Shelby attempted to seize and didn't. So I'll be going first here. I'm going to roll for my Warlord trait off camera. And then you guys will get a chance to see turn 1, Chaos Space Marines. Alright guys, this is Chaos Space Marines turn 1. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try and move our cultists through the jungle. It's difficult terrain, so I'm going to have to roll to see how far we go. 6! Alright, so these guys are moving at full movement. That ought to be just enough to get some of these guys out of the jungle here. These guys actually have auto pistols and close combat weapons. Not so fun. Alright, these guys are moving up, trying to get everybody out of the jungle here. Close. And he's out over here. Alright, my Chaos Lord is just going to move up 6. and he's going to toe the edge of that rank there. The Chosen are also going to move up. We're just moving up the whole battle line, basically. We have to get close. This particular mission, since it's played lengthways on the table, is...
It's really long.
Yeah, it's a really long walk. This is the kind of, you know, thing where you wish you had some flyers. Like an Eldar jet bike army or something would do great, this mission. Alright. And we've basically maintained a nice battle line here. We're going to get off as many shots as we can at that unit in the center, the Fire Warriors. I think they're a strike team of Fire Warriors. So we need to check our ranges. I've got 2 bolters in this unit. So we're going to look at a 24-inch range for those guys. That's pretty good, pretty good. I've got 2 bolters. They both are out of rapid fire range. So, we both miss. The cultists with the auto guns. So, we're going to check to see if our auto guns are within range. They all are. So, they're going to fire 8. They are ballistic skill 3, hitting on 4s. Alright, that wasn't very good. 2 hits. Strength 3, toughness 3, so wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. Fire Warriors have a 4+ save, is the same as the cover anyway. 1 makes it, 1 goes. So 1 Tau Fire Warrior is down. Alright, I have a multi-melta coming out of here. We're going to roll for our multi-melta. It's going to have 1 shot. It's going to be hitting on 3s. It hits. It's going to be wounding on 2s. And this is going to take away your armor save.
Okay. So now I still get to roll because of my shield drone.
Correct. Now you get to roll an invulnerable save due to your shield drone. 3. No. So we get 1 more. But that's not quite 25% of the unit, so that will not cause a panic test. I'll measure for my pistols just to check, but I don't believe so. No, I don't. The last thing I have is a heavy stubber. Alright, so the heavy stubber is a heavy weapon, so you can't fire it if you've moved. So we've moved, the heavy stubber can't fire.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it. We're going over to turn 1, Tau. Alright, Shelby, what are your plans?
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, when I drew my card, I'm going to try to secure objective 1, which is right here in the middle. So I want to try to secure that by the end of my turn.
Alright, so this is objective 1. Here's your squad here that's closest, and you've also got some jump packs and a flyer in the back there.
I think I'm going to start with my movement of my battle suits over here, my crisis battle suits.
They move 6, but they can thrust later on.
Yeah.
In the assault phase. Very cool little models.
And I'm going to move up 6 with my devilfish. And then move up and I'm going to move on to shooting phase. Alright, so I'm going to do shooting phase for turn 1 for the Tau, and they have pulse carbines, so I'm going to do, that's an 18-inch range.
So what's your intended target?
I want to shoot at your Chosen.
The Chosen
I
are
think they're the
very,
biggest threat.
They're a very deadly unit, that's right.
So I have...
You have 10.
No, 2 died.
Oh,
so
2 died, so you have 8.
8.
So you're going to be hitting on 4s. Strength is 5. My toughness is 4, so you're wounding on 3s.
2 hit. They're 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, they get their 3+ power armor saves. One's going down unless I have 2 wounds. Nope, one's going down. Closest to closest, that'll be him. Alright.
And now I'm going to do my
Missile pod.
missile pod.
So you get to roll 2 dice. Hitting on the unit's weapon ballistic skill, so you hit. And you're going to wound on a 2, because that is a strength 7 missile.
Alright.
What's the AP on that missile?
It is 4.
4? Okay, I still get my 3+ armor save. Thank goodness. We're fine.
You're fine. Okay.
You also have a gun drum.
I do. And that has
It's going to get one shot.
pulse carbine, which has 1 shot, but it's twin linked.
Twin link. Miss, reroll it.
Oh.
Hit.
Okay, hit.
Yep, you're going to wound on a 3. You
Yep.
got it. I'm going to get to roll another save here. 3+. Slaanesh, save us.
No.
No, he's not happy with us.
And then I'm gonna go ahead with Commander Shadow Sun last.
All right, she has 2 fusion blasters.
2 fusion blasters. So, they're Assault 1 for each of them, and Strength 8, AP 1.
So I will not get an armor save from that.
Nope. And her ballistic skill is 5.
All right, so she's hitting on 2s. She's wounding on 2s.
Wound. Both. Okay, so 2 wounds.
I have nothing that would save me, so 2 dead. Oh, the Chosen! They're taking hits! And I guess, unfortunately,
closest.
I have to lose my guy with the 2 lightning claws. I was hoping he would get to kill something. And my dude with the power fist. Man, we're really losing some good troops here. That is 25% of the unit. I do have to take a morale check for that. So I'm going to check my morale here real quick. My leadership for a Chosen is 9. So hopefully these guys will stick around and fight. There they are. The last of the Chosen. The 4. Alright, I rolled 2 3s, so that's going to be 6. We're fine. Alright. Is that all you're shooting for now?
That is all my shooting.
Moving on to the
That's
assault
nothing
phase.
range. Okay. So, my Crisis battle suits, they all have jetpacks. So they can thrust forward on 2d6s in the assault phase.
That's pretty cool.
They're going to move 5.
Gets them up the field. Alright, so that is the end of turn 1, Tau. Alright guys, I forgot to mention that we rolled off camera for my command ability. It is Lord of Terror, which grants my Warlord Fear, making any unit in hand-to-hand combat with him have to roll a leadership test. If they fail, they are down to a weapon skill 1. The other thing is I drew another objective, and that objective is going to be Secure Objective 3. Oddly enough, Shelby also has that objective.
Oh my goodness. We both drew the same.
We both drew the same thing, and look where it is! My cultists are already holding it, so the meat shield is doing its job. Yeah, so we're going to go on to Chaos Space Marines, Devotees of Slaanesh, turn 2. Alright, so these guys are just going to see how far they can move into the difficult terrain. They can move 6, so they're really just going to move back a couple of inches just to make sure that they're really going to stick this out and hold it. Not that anything can really knock them off this turn, but hey, you never know. The Tau are kind of like the Eldar, they have tricks. So they're just going to hold that. My Lord of Chaos, or Chaos Lord, is going to move up 6. And he's going to get close. My Chosen are going to be following their Lord and Master into the jaws of all of this gunfire here. And over on this side we have the slow and steady march of the Hellbrute. He's just going to move up, and his little minions are just going to go rabble, 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 and march in behind him. Trying to keep some halfway decent ranks. These guys are Imperial Guard defectors, so they should know how to fight in ranks. Alright, so we're going to move right on to shooting. I have a plasma pistol, and I am going to fire it, I guess, just at the closest Tau. Ballistical 5 that hits. I'm going to wound on a 2. A 1, that's no good. So it doesn't overheat. I think that's when you roll to hit.
That's to hit, yeah.
Right, okay. So now the other guns we have here are bolt pistols. Let's see, so they're 12-inch range. Only the front 2. No, he has a bolter, so he gets to fire 2, and he does get to fire. So I have 3 bolt pistols. And they're going to hit. They're going to wound. They wound. So you're going to get your invulnerable save. Or regular save, either way. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
3 die. And I have one bolt gun, and if he's within 12-inch range, he can rapid fire, and he is. So he's going to fire twice. Both hit. 3's to wound. Both wound. 2 4+ saves. So one miss. All right. So now I have this cultist unit. They are also going to fire at that unit. The auto guns first. All right. So we have 8, and they hit on 4s. They are going to wound on 4s. I scored 4 hits. That's exactly the odds, 50% odds. They're wounding on 4s, so mathematically I should get 2 wounds. And hey, I get 2 wounds. Works out statistically. So you're going to get 2 4+ saves from that. Closest to closest is going to be him.
Bye-bye. He's my leader.
Is he?
Yeah.
I also have a heavy... Oh man, your Sarge went down?
Yeah.
Oh, that stinks. I have a multi-melta, which is going to shoot at your nearest crisis battle suit, which will be the one with the flamer. And he's going to try and hit on a 3+. He hits. Alright, it's strength 8, your toughness 4, so I'm winning on a 2. I get a wound. Your save is 3+, but you have a shield drone, so you get a 4+ invulnerable. So you're going to get your 4+ invulnerable. You got it! No wound! Alrighty then. That is everything for shooting, and this unit is going to take a panic test on Shadow Sun's leadership, which is 10. So 2 dice, 10 or under, you're fine. You're okay?
Yay!
Alright, so my Chaos Lord is going to attempt an assault. And he's not going to make it in.
Yeah.
My Chosen are going to attempt an assault. They might make it in. We'll see. No, they're going to fail their assault as well. So, but since I declared an assault, your unit still gets to fire Overwatch.
Woo!
Just because they tried to charge.
So I have 3 fire warriors left.
So they can fire Overwatch. They are at close range. They're going to get 2 shots each because they have a...
Pulse carbine.
They have Pulse Carbine, which has a rapid fire rule.
And I'm
hitting on 6s.
6s, okay, I get 1.
1. Overwatch is always 6s unless you have a special rule.
And then 6 again?
No, 3 to wound.
Okay.
No, okay. Now you have Shadow Sun with 2 fusion blasters. 6s to hit. Nope. You have a twin linked. A drone. Reroll them. You're twin linked. You got a 6. Nice. You're going to wound on a 3.
Yay!
Alright, who are you overwatching against? My Lord or my
Lord.
troops? Okay, the Lord is going to take his save against that. 3+. And it's a 2. Oh no! Alright guys, it's Shelby's turn. I did manage to secure 1 objective, which would have been secure objective 3, giving me 1 point.
Which I'm also trying to get.
Yeah, Shelby's also trying to get up there.
I'm trying to get 3 and 1, which is in the middle of all of this. I couldn't have gotten any of the ones over here.
Yeah.
But, anyways, so that's why I had these guys in the middle of the board. But, anyways, what I'm going to do is, in my movement phase, I am going to detach Shadow Sun from the Fire Warriors.
Smart move.
And I'm going to kind of use them to the last of their ability, because they're almost gone. So I'm going to move them a little bit over here so that they can get...
They can score the objective if everything else is dead.
And their little shield. And
you
then
want to move Shadow Sun right up on the
Shadow
objective.
Sun, yeah, is going to come right up here. I know that this is really risky for Tau because they don't do well hand to hand, but I really am trying to score these objectives. So that is my plan. And then I'm going to move my Devilfish up 6. Like that.
It's coming down to crunch time here. These small games, they get bloody quick.
I know. And then I really want my battle suits to get his Dreadnought. So I'm going to move them up 6 as well. And I have some pretty good guns, so hopefully they will take him out.
You've got a plasma rifle and 2 fusion blasters. That ought to do it.
I think so. Okay, let's move on to shooting. So I'm actually really anxious to see what happens here in the middle. So I'm going to start with them. And I'm going to go ahead and do my Fire Warriors first.
And who's their target? Is it
Their
going to be
target
the
is
Chaos
going
Lord
to be
or the squad?
The squad.
All right, shooting right at the...
So there's three
Chosen.
of them, but they're in close enough range that they get rapid fire.
That is correct.
So they get 6. And I'm wounding on 4s.
You're hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s. You've got 2 wounds.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to get my 3+ power armor saves.
You make 1.
I make 1, so 1's going down. Closest to closest, it's probably going to be him. This guy here. So he's going away. That technically is a quarter of the unit, so that is going to cause a break test. You still have a gun drone and a missile pod.
And a missile pod. So I'm going to go with the gun drone first.
2 shots.
2 shots
Twin
because
linked.
it's rapid fire and twin linked. So
Good thing it's twin linked.
roll ball. Oops.
1 hit and 1 drop. 1 hit.
1 hit.
All right, wounding on a 3.
My goodness.
No
Sorry.
drop die. It's okay. 4.
4.
And I'm going to take my 3+ power armor save. 5, we're fine.
Okay, missile pod gets 2 and
Hitting on 4s.
hitting on 4s.
Both hits.
Hit.
Wounding on 2s.
Twos.
Strength 7.
1 wound.
And what's the AP on that?
AP is 4.
Okay, I still get my armor save. And I've been pretty good with these so far. So I'm alright. Alright, so you have Commander Shadowsun.
Yeah, gonna be firing at your lord.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Both hits. Wounding on 2s. Both wounds. What's her AP?
Her AP is 1.
Alright, he gets no armor save against that. I foolishly didn't get him anything to give him like an Iron Halo or Terminator armor or anything like that. So that's my general. You just got Slay the Warlord. Write yourself a point down. So it's now 1-1. Shelby has Slay the Warlord, and she's pretty close to that objective, but I am still contesting it. Unless she can get rid of those 3 chosen, then that objective will be contested.
Okay, I'm going to move on to my Devilfish and going to shoot at the remainder of your
Chosen.
chosen. I'm going to start with my burst cannon.
Alright, so that's your primary weapon. You did move, so you can fire that at full ballistic skill.
That has an assault of 4.
4 shots. The ballistic
And ballistic
skill.
skill of 3.
So you're hitting on 4s.
Well, that was pretty terrible.
1 hit. Strength 5.
Yeah.
You're wounding on 3s.
Oh,
1 wound.
my God.
Alright, let's see if I can save this one too. And no! I lose. You know, I got cocky and Slanish didn't like that, so I lost another chosen. And Shelby, let me see. How you doing? How you doing? You happy about that? She's shooting.
I jumped up and down.
She did. I just saw it. She's shooting the heck out of me, man. Tau firepower is just wild.
I was really nervous about doing it because you're
Yeah.
really not supposed to get up close with
Tau.
Tau.
Sometimes you have to.
But I really wanted that objective, so I tried.
I'm
Okay.
still contesting it though.
You are still contesting.
They're
So
pretty good guys.
I also have gun drones, 2 gun drones.
Now they're going to be snap firing.
They're going to be
because, you know,
snap firing,
But they are twin linked.
but they are twin.
You are out of range for double shots, so
Yes,
it's going to be 2. Rerolling. You need 6s on snap firing.
I got 1.
All right, wounding on 3s.
Yes.
Wounds. All right, let's see if I can get this one. Almighty Slanish. Give us a 6. Perfect. All right,
Okay.
so
well, I
I'm,
did pretty good.
all right, I do owe you a break test from that though.
Yeah.
A morale check, rather, in 40k. Leadership 9, we're fine.
Oh, good.
All right, so I am contesting the objective. So at least you did get Slay the Warlord, so,
did.
so we're matched in points for now.
Right.
All right, the next part of this battle here is on this other flank. I guess it would be the left flank for me and the right flank for Shelby. I've got my Cultists and I've got my Hellbrute, and Shelby has her 3 battle suits.
Alright. So they are ballistic skill 3. And they're going to start off with their fusion blasters, which there are 2 of.
Correct.
And the fusion blasters each get 1. Am I close enough in range to do 2?
They aren't rapid
Or they're
fire,
not rapid fire.
but they are Melta.
Melted.
If you're within 9 inches, then you get Melta, because the range is 18. You're within 9 inches for one of them, so roll him separately.
And that one.
Yes.
Both.
Oh, both. All right, never mind. They're both in Melta range.
Okay, so I'm wounding on 4s.
You're hitting first.
Or yeah, I mean hitting on 4s.
4s, yeah.
Alright.
Both hits.
Alright, so I got 2 hits on the Dreadnought, Now I'm going to roll to see if I get penetrating or glancing. I'm going to glance on a 4 and 5, 6, I get penetrating hit. So I got 1 penetrating hit.
Alright, so now you get to roll 2d6, and we'll compare that to the table. That's 7. So let's have a look at the table here. Vehicle damage, 7, it explodes. It says units, let's see. It says units within d6 of the vehicle take a number of strength AP 4 hits equal to the number of models in their unit in range. Remove the vehicle from play, replacing it with a suitably sized crater. If you have one. Yeah, we don't have a crater. But you know what we will do to make it terrain? We'll just knock him over on his side.
Oh, you know what? We could do this.
Yeah, you could use that. That kind of looks like a crater. There you go. This is an old seashell, but it kind of looks like a smoking blasted crater where my dreadnought, my Hellbert used to be. So let's see. It's 6-inch range for the blast. That's everybody in this unit. So there are going to be 10 cultists in this unit. Now it's a strength 4 hit. I'm toughness 3. You're wounding them on 3s.
3s?
So
and I roll 10 die?
10 dice. 1 for each guy. Oh no, it's units within d6 of the vehicle. So you have to roll a d6 to see how far it goes.
I have to roll, okay.
6 is the maximum.
Okay, 5.
5, yeah,
So
you still get everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, so it's 10, strength 4 hits. They automatically hit. You wound on 3s.
I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 just,
They take a wound, or, well, I guess they only have one wound.
I do get an armor save.
You get an armor save, okay.
How many?
6.
Alright, cultists only get a 6+, but may as well try it out.
You saved 1.
I saved 1. I got 5 dead. That's my whole rear rank.
Well, wouldn't the... Well, no.
Well, that's alright.
It's okay. You can, I'll give you that one.
Alright. Well, I know what's right is right. It's closest model, so
It is closest.
that's my heavy stubber and my cultist champion. That's really bad for me. So all I've got are these 5 left, and they are taking a break
Super
test.
panic.
They're taking a super panic test. Now their leadership is 7 because their champion is gone. And I'm gonna roll 7, so I'm fine. So they're gonna stick around. Things have drastically changed for Chaos over here.
I think so.
My guys are gonna hang out here. We have an assault phase, and they can thrust in the assault phase.
Yep. I'm going to try to get them to go that way, and I'm gonna roll 2d6. And I get 9.
Now you don't want to land in terrain.
No. But with that, I get to jump over terrain.
You do get to jump over terrain. You just don't want to land in terrain.
So maybe I want to go more like here.
Yeah, that would be a safer plan because
Do
you'll still land in terrain if you go that way. Yeah, that's smart. Good thing we remembered the good old thrust move. All right, now we are changing over to Chaos turn 3. All right, so Shelby did secure. She didn't secure her objective, but she did get Slay the Warlord, giving her a point. I rolled for new objectives. My objectives are. Shelby also got First Blood. Actually, we forgot about that, but she destroyed one of my units. She destroyed the Hellbrute, and she destroyed the. She didn't destroy the Chosen, but she destroyed the Hellbrute. So that is First Blood. My new objectives are secure objective 5. Kingslayer, and I still have secure objective 6. So this is turn 3, Chaos. Alright guys, we're going to start off with movement phase here. I am going to just move these guys up ever so slightly, my 2 Chosen. They are going to get nice and close so that they don't fail their charge. And it looks like they might want to try and get the Warlord over here. This unit is going to move their full 6 towards this objective over here. The objective is all the way back here, but maybe with a good run, they might make it. We'll check it out. I got a little space over here to try and run them in. We are also going to fall back with this unit. Actually, no. We're not going to do that. These guys here are going to roll to see how far they can move through cover. They can move 1 inch. That's alright. We don't mind. Everybody just derps forward a little bit. Guys are painted pretty neat, right? Little Alpha Legion color scheme. We are going to move right on to shooting them. I have a bolter, which is at close range. He's going to fire twice, hitting on threes. No hits. I have a bolt pistol, which is going to be hitting on threes, wounding on... What's the toughness of Commander Shadowsun?
3.
3. I'm strength 4, so wounding on threes. Wound, and I'm AP 5, so she still gets her armor save.
Okay.
What's her armor save?
3+.
3+, very good. Alright, well that's that. Our, the rest of our unit here is going to shoot at the Fire Warriors. And that's everybody but him. So I've got auto pistols. 7, looks like 7. It is 12 inches, is strength 3. Alright, okay, so hits and wounds. Alright, we have 3 wounds. You're going to go ahead and get your 4+ armor save. 2 die.
So 2 die.
Alright, that's going to be a
break.
a break test for your remaining Fire Warrior. Go ahead and roll 2d6. You're fine. Very brave, sticking around. In the shooting phase, you are allowed to run. If you didn't shoot, so this unit's going to attempt to run. And they're only going to move 1 inch, so we're not going to get that objective right now.
Oops.
That's alright. They're getting closer, and we'll retain that objective for next turn. And if they don't die, they should get it. So, my last 2 chosen are going to charge at Commander Shadowsun. They're going to make it in. So, we're going to go with the Power Axe first. The Power Axe confers +1 strength to the user, and it's also low AP, 2 or 1. The Power Axe is AP 2, so you'll just get your 5+ invulnerable save from these.
Got it.
What is Commander Shadowsun's weapon skill?
Weapon skill 4.
Okay. The Chosen's weapon skill is also 4, so I'm hitting on 4s. Not too bad. 2 hits, and I'm going to be wounding on 2s for the axe. Strength 5 against toughness 3. 1 wound, and you can roll your 5+.
1 invulnerable save of 5+.
Takes a
That's
wound.
a no. So she's down to 2.
2 wounds. I have 3 attacks from a power sword. That's going to be hitting on 4s. Nothing. Shelby's going to fight back with her general, her warlord.
And she gets 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Ooh. Nice. So I get 3 hits.
Very good.
And I get 1 wound.
Alright, so here we are. It's this fight to the death. Alright, very cool. I'm going to take that 1 save of 3+ for my power armor. And I'm going to get a 3, and I'm alright. 9 or under, and you hang out. 8, you're fine. Alright, so she stays and fights. Alright, that didn't go as planned. So now we'll have to see what Shelby can do on Tau Empire, turn 3.
So we're on to Tau, turn 3. And I drew a new objective, and it's to control objective marker 2, which is back here. I'm going to ignore that for now. First, I want to move my devilfish up a little bit.
Get him in better range for
He's
some
gonna
shoosting.
go, like, right mirror.
Wait, Mel?
Yeah. And I want to move these guys up to try to help Shadow. And let's go ahead and move these guys up a little bit.
Oh, they're moving up too, eh?
Mm.
Well, alright guys, this is like the charge of the Light Brigade over here.
I know.
the few, the brave, that one little Tau is controlling those 2 drones and that missile pod, and he's just like, I will get you! And there's a whole mob of cultists just baying at him.
Okay. I'm going to move on to shooting phase.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my devilfish.
Who's he shooting?
At your
Cultists.
So I moved so I could still shoot full blast with my burst cannon.
Right? That's 4 shots.
4 shots.
Hitting on 4s. Wounding on...
2
Wounding on
hits.
2s, actually. Strength 5.
2 wounds.
Alright, but does that have an armor piercing value?
5.
Yes, that takes away my armor save, but but they are technically still in the jungle, so they do get a cover save of 5+. I save one, you kill one. So we'll take the guy out front. Alrighty then. You also have 2 snap
I
firing
have
drones.
2 snap firing drones that are twin linked.
Twin link. Roll 1. You've already got a hit.
Woo!
That's a drop die. And
Okay.
that's 1 hit. It's going to wound on it's strength 5. It's going to wound on a 2.
Okay, 1 wound.
And I'm going to get my 5+ cover save for living in the jungle. 3. Oh no! The next guy's going to be my heavy flamer, I think.
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Heavy Flamer. Didn't even get to do his thing. Alright.
Okay, then we're gonna move on to my last fire warrior.
And his mechanical minions.
He's close enough that he gets rapid fire.
That's correct. 2 shots.
So he gets 2 shots, hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
1 hit
Wounding on 2s.
and a wound.
And I'm going to get my 5+ cover. And I'm going to roll a 1, and that's not going to save nothing, will it? Alright, now you got a couple other things.
I'm
Here.
gonna do my missile pod,
Missile pod.
which has 2 assault 2.
That's an underrated miniature. A lot of people don't even build it when they get their kit. And I don't know why, man. Having a strength 7, you know, little missile launcher that you can move around with you is a really good thing.
It is.
Alright.
So they both hit. And neither wound.
1 wounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
you're
wound's
wounding
on
on
a
2s.
2.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to get my cover. Yeah, it's a strength 7, and my toughness is 3. That definitely wounds. 1. Oh, he's dead. Alright, now you also have your twin linked
Does that get rapid fire?
pulse carbine. It should.
Yes.
Just you can give it a quick check, but it should. So 2 shot, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 5+ cover save. We're not doing too good with these so far, but we got that one with a 5. That's all right. Okay. Yeah, you got him.
He can hit him. Oops.
All right. So go ahead and fire your weapons.
That's just a single.
Yep, it's 1 shot. Hitting on 4s. Hit. Wounding on 2s. Wound. 5+ cover. Nope.
Nope.
So that's going to be closest to him is going to be my champion. 4 shots from your burst
Do I
cannon.
have range for that?
18 inches. If you got 18 inches
yep.
before, you got
okay.
it.
And that's 4.
Sure is. Got my 4s.
They all hit, which could be bad for you, but only 3 wounds.
What's the strength on that?
Or strength is 5.
Yep, 2 wounds as well. So I get 4 5+ cover saves. And I'm going to make 1, and I'm going to lose 3. So that goes there, and we're going to take a break test, a morale check for the last 2, which are hiding behind this tree here, which saved them from all the bullets. This little spindly bamboo tree, which saved them from all the Tau firepower, so we need a 7 or under. And we got it
Okay.
with exactly a 7. Those 2 guys are really concerned with staying here.
Contesting that friggin'
They're contesting that objective still, that's correct. Can't just walk up and grab it.
Okay.
Doing what
Now
you
the crisis battle suits
Mhm.
are going to try to join the party.
Yep, they want a partay. 2 dice. Rolling for an assault. You're in. Hey, you rolled anything.
And they can use that to pile in.
They can use the entirety of their movement to see if they
Does
can
that
get
mean
in.
that they get to jump since they have jump packs?
No, it's a regular move.
No, it's a
in this
regular
case,
move.
yeah.
Okay, so he won't get to shoot.
Uh,
I mean, he won't get to fight.
to fight. No, but in addition, we go based on initiative.
Oh.
And all the higher initiative, I'll get to swing first. But after that, you will get a chance to pile in an additional 3 inches, so he should also make it into combat.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what's Shadow Sun's initiative?
4.
4. I am initiative 5, so I'm going to be going first. We're going to direct our attacks to Commander Shadow Sun. We're not assaulting anymore, so we only have 2 attacks each. 2 for the fellow with the power axe. Those are going to hit on 4s. Both hit, and they're going to wound on 2s. Both wounds, hang on a second. I'm strength 5. What's your toughness? 4, 3.
3.
Okay, so they do wound on 2s. And that's going to take away your armor save, but you will get
I
2.
get the 5 invulnerable.
You get 2 with 5+ invulnerables.
Vulnerable, yeah.
That's correct. One wound left.
Oh.
Alright. He also has a pistol, which in close combat acts as an additional close combat weapon, but that's going to hit on 4 and wound on 4. Wound on 3 because he's strength 4. Nope, doesn't hit. Alright, 2 attacks from my sword. 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Wound. And that's going to just keep, it's a power
Regular
sword.
save?
It's a power sword, so
Oh.
that's going to get rid of your 3+ armor. You will still get your 5+
Invulnerable.
invulnerable. Nope, Shadow Sun's down. Oh, I'm sorry. But hey, it's an even trade, Warlord for Warlord. So we checked our objectives, and I had Kingslayer, and I believe I also get Slay the Warlord for that. It doesn't say anything about them conflicting, so I do believe that I get both. If you guys know anything differently, you can comment in the comments down below. Kingslayer is roll a d3 to see how many victory points you get. I rolled a 5, that confers me 3 victory points, +1 for Slay the Warlord, that gives me 4. And I have 1 from securing objective 3, so I now have 5. To Shelby's 2, but she has much more of an army left than I do, and I think that, you know, as this combat continues over here, we'll see some things shake loose. So Shelby's going to go on to rolling her attacks for her 3 crisis battle suits, which now all get to pile into the fight.
Yep. So he just kind of moves
Yeah,
up.
just move him up, and we know that they're in. You don't actually have to make that guy stand on the stairs there.
So my 2 regular guys get 2 attacks, and my leader gets 3.
So you get 7.
Yeah.
So 7 total. What's their weapon skill?
2 for both of them.
So you're hitting me on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 hit. And you're going to be wounding me on, let's see, what's your strength?
5.
5, you're wounding me on 3s.
Okay.
So 1 wound. And I'm going to take my 3+ power armor save. And I get a 1, so I lose 1. So I caused 2 wounds this combat. You caused 1. You lose the combat by 1.
So I roll leadership?
Leadership -1.
Okay, so he's in the unit, so
He
they
is.
get 9.
9, so 8. They're fine. And they're all going to pile in on this guy, and he's pretty much dead. Turn 4, and it's Chaos Space Marine's turn. These cultists over here are not running. They are actually trying to grab this objective over here, which is objective number 5. That's one of my cards. Unfortunately, I also drew Witch Hunter, and Shelby has no Psychers, so I can't drop that until the end of the turn. And I also got secure objective 5, I think, which is all the way over there.
4.
4, which is all the way over there. So I'm not getting that one either. If you look in the middle here, we have one insanely brave Chosen just standing in a blob of battle suits, so he's not going to be around too much longer. I have 2 cultists kind of contesting this objective, which Shelby needs, but on her turn she might be able to just...
And I have some interesting things going on. I haven't really been getting any of my cards, but I have objective marker 3. I have take objective marker 1, and then I can score D3 victory points if I control at least 2 objective markers and twice as many as Steven. So if I can get all 3 of these together, then I can catch up with him.
Definitely, you could probably get ahead of me. Alright, so I'm just going to go straight into movement phase here, guys, because that's what we do. Only a couple of models left. Nothing fancy, but hopefully they'll get the job done. So I got our cultists are going to make a regular move of 6 inches, trying to get around these walls and get over towards our objective. So they're going to go and try and grab that intelligence or that piece of archaeotech or whatever we think it is. It's probably some old piece of technology from before Old Night that our masters have sent us to go get there. And these guys are just going to, they're actually doing what the best they can do. They're just contesting this objective from Shelby, so hopefully one of them will survive and make that a contested objective. He's locked in combat, so that's it. We're going to move right on to shooting phase. In the shooting phase, I'm going to have my squad of cultists make a run move. And they're going to run 5, and that'll score me that objective, which is fine. That's a 1-point take and hold objective. In the shooting phase, I have 2 auto pistols, which can be shot at Shelby's last remaining Tau Fire Warrior. And they are going to go ahead and fire. Both going to miss. And we're going to move right on to combat phase. I have a Chosen locked in combat. Because of Mark of Slaanesh, they normally have initiative 4. Mark of Slaanesh gives me initiative 5. So that he does strike first. And he's going to just go ahead and swing at one of these battle suits, see what happens. Alright, I'm hitting you on 3s. 2 hits. And what's their toughness?
4.
I'm strength 5, so I'm wounding on 3s. 1 wound, and what's their armor save?
3.
I have AP 1, so they're just going to get their shield drone save of 4+.
4+.
Still pretty good. You're fine. Alright, I'm going to hold the camera here while Shelby clobbers me.
Uh-oh.
You also would have gotten 1 extra attack each for assaulting last turn.
Oh.
So why don't you go ahead and add them into this dice pool. So
Okay.
roll an extra 3 dice. I did miss that, guys, so we do apologize, but we're going to make up for it by adding those dice into this roll here.
Alright.
You're wounding or hitting on 5s. 2 hits. And their strength.
Is, I think, 4.
Strength 5.
So you're wounding on 3s.
Whoop! Knocked one over.
You got 1 wound on a 4. And I'm going to go ahead and try and save that with my power armor on a 3+. And I roll a 1! He's dead! Oh, Shelby's really excited. Alright, well, we have a entirely lost center. Our center has crumbled. The Chaos Minions are in full retreat. We have no Chaos Warriors at all left, just lowly cultists. But hey, those lowly cultists are contesting an objective, and they took another one. So I'm going to go ahead and check off 1 more point, and that's going to bring me up to 6. 6 at the end of Chaos Space Marine turn 4.
Alright, so we're on turn 4 for the Tau. I'm gonna go ahead and move up my last remaining Fire Warrior, who is actually doing very well. He's gonna move up 6. To put him up here.
And his robotic minions following in tow.
Yes. So that he can hopefully get rid of them and get his objective. I'm gonna leave my battle suits here because they want this objective. And I'm going to move my Devilfish back because I want to get objective 4.
Alright.
So, so he's going to pivot.
Yeah, you get 1 free pivot.
And then he's going to go right.
Since you're technically landing.
And then that's my movement phase. I'm going to go on to shooting phase. I'm going to start with my Fire Warrior. He's closest. And he has Pulse Carbine, but he's really close, so he gets Rapid Fire. He gets 2. And he's going to be hitting on 4s. And he misses both.
Alright.
I'm going to try my Missile Pod. Missile Pod has 2.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Nope.
I got double 2s again. I'm going to change dice.
Well, you should change dice, and luckily your Twin Link Pulse Carbine drone is Twin Linked. So.
Yes, we're going to try that one.
1 hit.
It's definitely the dice.
1 hit, and then you get to roll.
Do I get to re-roll this one too?
You do, yes, because that's Twin Linked. You get to roll the hit. Now you can try and roll the wound. And you do
Yay,
wound.
one wound.
And I don't make it, 1 dies.
Okay, so we're moving on to my assault phase. The reason for that, I'm not going to shoot with these guys, even though they're really good. I only have 1 guy left.
To kill.
To kill. I need them to hold this target number 1, objective 1. And I need to get him closer. So since he's shot and he can't run, I'm going to assault so that I can get closer to the objective.
Perfect.
So I'm going to roll 2 dice and see if I make it. And I do.
You do.
With a 9. I'm just going to measure it because I should. Okay.
You're well in.
I know, but I just want to
Go ahead. Yeah, sure. And move your 1 Tau Warrior into close combat since he's the only one who could fight in close combat. They look like
Give him
they're
a
really
hug.
fighting already.
I know, I gave him a hug. Okay.
I have initiative 3.
Yep.
So my cultist is going first. He has 2 attacks. Alright, so I'm hitting you on 3s. 2 hits. And what's your toughness?
3.
I'm wounding on 4s. 1 wound. What's your armor save?
4.
Take your 4+ armor save.
Please, please, please. No!
Oh, he's dead!
Okay, so we consulted the Tau rulebook, and for drones, now that my Fire Warrior is gone, they actually do get to attack in hand-to-hand.
unless you guys know differently, they do have an attack value, a strength value, a toughness value, and a leadership value. So it does say that drones are non-scoring.
So I don't get the objective, but I can still try to kill him.
And if you do, then you can move over there with something that's scoring next turn.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so let's roll those 2 dice for each drone.
Okay, they each get 1. And they'll have the gun and the shield drone have the same
Profile.
stats. So.
5s?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay.
So what's their leadership?
Their leadership.
7.
7.
All right, you lost 1, so you're staying around on a 6. You're fine. All right, so it's still contested. All right, guys, some things have shaken loose here. Shelby's in a position where she could probably gain supremacy and get 2 of her numbered objectives on this turn. I do get to go first. I drew some really useless objectives. So I have psychological warfare, which is I need to make one of Shelby's units run. I have scour the skies, which I could get if I could bring down that flyer, but I have nothing with an AP or a strength high or low enough to bring it down. I also have secure objective 6, which is
Over here.
all the way back there, which I'm too far away from. All I have is 2 units of cultists left. One is on 1-man unit locked in combat. I have secure objective 4.
Which I have right now.
Yeah.
But I don't get any points for it yet.
No,
So.
only for supremacy, but you're going to hold it for now. And I have hold the line, which I am in my own deployment zone,
But you don't.
but you need 3 scoring units to hold your own deployment zone. So I only have 2 units left. So things are looking pretty grim here. I do have 6 points. Shelby has 3 right now. It's looking to come to the point where it may become a draw, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to have my troops here move through cover. They're going to move 6 inches. And they're going to move to the other side of these ruins. We did say that ruins were dangerous terrain, so I owe 5 dangerous terrain tests. Rolls of a 1 cause a wound. 2 1s.
Oh.
I get 2 6+ saves. Nope, 2 die. 2 just like trip over here and break their heads. And guys, if I did that wrong, please let me know down below. Like I said, we're totally new to this game. But we're having a great time.
It's so much fun.
It is. It's an awesome game, right? I'm getting really into it.
Me too.
If that was shooting, that would cause a panic test. But luckily, your own guys falling down and breaking their necks doesn't cause a panic test.
Oh, good.
All right.
They don't care about
Moving on to shooting. No, we don't care about that. We're chaos. We have 24-inch range. Blah, blah.
it.
All right, I got 3 auto guns. Way out of range for rapid fire. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit, and your toughness is?
That's a good question. 4.
Wounding on 4s or 5s. 5s. No. Okay, so shooting phase is now over. We're going to move straight into combat. I'm higher initiative, so I'm going to attack first. I have a close combat weapon and a pistol that gives me 2 attacks. And I guess I'm just fighting the drones right now. I'm hitting them on 3s. I got 1 hit. And what's their toughness?
4.
4. So no wound. Alright, and your 2 drones get to fight back.
Okay, they each get 1 attack.
So you're going to hit on 5s and wound on 4s. One.
Yay!
And 1. I get a 6+ save, and I'm dead.
Yes! Why didn't that happen last time?
I know, right? When you still had a scoring model on that unit. That's alright, you can handle it this turn.
Okay.
We are now going to do a quick scan of the entire table to show you the positions. In the rear we have 3 cast cultists, which is all that
Will we call
remains.
this the last?
And we will call this the last turn. We have the drones, we have the 3 priceless battle suits, and we have the devilfish.
Alright guys, so this is the last turn. This is turn 5 for Tau.
This would normally go for 6 and roll for a 7th, but I only have 3 guys left, so we're going to make this the last turn.
Yeah. Otherwise it's going to be me running around for objectives.
Yeah.
So my objectives that I have left that I can actually get. Secure objective 3, which is where my drones and my missile pod are.
But you need to get somebody else over there.
Yeah. And then take objective 2, which is over here.
Right.
And then I have Supremacy, which is I score D3 victory points if I control at least 2 objective markers, and that's twice as many as my opponent, so Stephen. And he's not holding any right now,
So 2 would do it.
so I can do that with 2. The other 2 I have, there's no way I could do them. Just so you know, it's Harness the Warp and Domination. So I'm going to start out with movement. I'm going to move my drones and my missile pods 6 inches. And maybe kill the last of
The cultists.
his... Okay, and I'm going to move these guys up 6.
Then they'll probably use their thrust move to try and grab that thing.
Yeah.
They look pretty good, right, guys? The paint job on there. I'll zoom in on one for
Yeah,
you.
it looks pretty good.
We got the little decals on there. Little blue for the plasma rifle. Kind of interesting bases going on. All right, let's go
And
back to
then
shots.
my devilfish, I move him 12 inches, and he's not shooting or anything, so that's quite all right. I just want him to be able to score this objective. Now, even though it's on top of that building, he is 3 inches away.
Right.
So, have objective 2, and I'm going to try to get objective 3.
All right, you got to do your shooting phase first.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, let me shoot with my gun drone.
He's at long range, so he's going to fire once. 2, it's twin length, re-roll it. Miss, that's all right.
No, okay,
You
we're
have a
gonna
missile
try
pod.
missile pod.
2 shots.
2 shots.
Hitting on foes. Both hit. Wounding on 2s. And I don't get an armor save from that, so there goes 2. Do you want to try just to kill the last one with your fusion blaster
I
here?
could try.
Yeah, give it a try. First measure the range.
18 inches. Yes.
You're just within range. All right, shoot it up.
Okay.
This could be it here for chaos, boys and girls. Hits with a 6. Wounds on a 2. Wounds, and I get no save from that. The last of the chaos
So
is off.
Okay, I get to roll. If I had Commander Shadowsun, she has this cool thing where she gets to do 3
D6.
d6.
But
I
these
think
guys without
that's
her.
just for her.
Yeah. With one of her special rules.
Yeah.
But they get to go 2d6 with their thrust.
Yes.
Just as per normal jump pack units.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Maybe.
7, you're within 3.
It's 8.
8.
It's an 8.
8, right, guys. I can do math. 5 plus 3 is 8. Stay in school, kids.
Oh, it makes me so happy.
Alright, just so you don't have to take dangerous terrain tests for
Oh.
landing in there, just keep them like just out of the way.
Just out?
Yeah, because jump pack units, if they land in terrain, they have
can
to take
die?
they have to take a dangerous terrain test, and then they have to take an armor save if they get roll a 1.
Okay.
So they can still score it without actually being in the terrain.
So they're within 3.
They're within 3, so they got it. So
Okay, so I have objective 3.
that's 1 point.
And I have objective 2.
That's another point. So
Which gives me supremacy as well.
so now you're gonna roll for your supremacy. You
Yep,
roll
so
a
I get
D3.
1 point for objective 2, 1 point for objective 3, and now I get to roll and use a big die.
All right. This determines whether we tie or she wins.
Oh.
1. All right. So believe it or not, I had 6 victory points, and Shelby, if she rolled anything but a 1, would have beaten me. But now she has 6 as well, because she had 3. She got 1 each for her 2 objective markers and 1 for supremacy. This game has ended in a draw.
Thanks for watching, you guys.
Thanks for watching this crazy sort of wonky game. And again,
Comment below if you know different rules, especially if you play Tau, because this is my first time playing with them. I just painted them, so just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm also I want to make my Tau army bigger. So if you have any suggestions for units, I would also like to hear from you guys. So comment. Thank you.
thanks, guys.